Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, this is Josh, and here we have another stupendous game of StarCraft 2 being played between Root CatZ. He is the yellow Zerg up here in the top left corner of Shakuras Plateau. And in this Root Gaming versus Evil Geniuses clan war, his next opponent will be IdrA, the red Zerg, down in the bottom right corner. So once again, we have cross spawns ZVZ. That's 2 in a row if you're keeping track at home. Right now, CatZ is leading Root Gaming in this clan war against Evil Geniuses 1-0 after defeating Strife Crow in that first game. But now, CatZ versus IdrA, two very, very good North American Zergs. And I can actually call IdrA North American now because he's back on U.S. soil. That's right, he's no longer living in South Korea playing in the GSL. He's back in the U.S., going to be competing in all sorts of crazy tournaments all year long instead of being just trapped in South Korea with only the GSL to look forward to and train for. He's going to be everywhere from now on. I'm so glad he's back in North America because that means he'll be doing show matches and team leagues and all kinds of stuff now that latency is no longer an issue, which is great news for viewers who love IdrA. If you don't love IdrA, then what's wrong with you? IdRA's really good at Zerg, and he's like the best American player we have, so you should like IdrA like I do. Speaking of North American players and best and awesome and all that stuff, MLG Dallas is coming up very soon, starting April 1st. I will be there with my camera and my microphone, interviewing absolutely everyone that I can. IdrA and CatZ are on my list, of course, for those interviews. Oh, and don't forget, I'm doing a mousepad giveaway ending March 15th, so these games should come up late tonight on the 14th. That means the 15th, tomorrow, Tuesday, is going to be your last day to have a chance to win a mousepad signed by CatZ, KiwiKaki, Druby, QXC, and more, or a mousepad signed by IdrA, In Control, Machine, LZ Gamer, and more, or that Team Liquid mousepad with Rhett, Huck, and Tyler. So go check that out if you are clueless to what I'm talking about. Just look at my main channel page, youtube.com/AskJoshy, and all will be revealed. But either way, now that we're actually into the game, things are happening. CatZ is getting a hatch, an extractor, and a spawning pool all at once, going all three directions there. It looks like IdrA did actually go for the Vespene gas first, so he can get speedlings out. So we're seeing a little bit of a reversal from the last game, where the EG player went for the more macro-oriented build with the hatch first, and now the EG player is actually going for the speedlings first instead of CatZ. So IdrA getting his first 4 lings out, probably going to send them right over to CatZ main. We'll see what happens. I'm sure that's where they're headed. There's really no reason to send them out into your natural, beyond your natural, I should say, unless you're going to be killing off some scouting lings or drones or trying to take over your Xel'Naga tower. It looks like he is actually, in fact, going to go all the way over to CatZ base. Has he even seen that there's a natural hatchery down yet? Let's take his vision. No, this is going to be his first peek into his opponent's base. He actually sent a scouting overlord up to the top and actually hasn't even sent it to the top. I'm not sure how he knew exactly where CatZ was, but now that the lings are here, we see a little bit of a skirmish. We have 6 lings now from IdrA attacking this hatchery. We have 6 lings from CatZ trying to defend. Speed is going to finish for IdrA soon. This is just a quick little micro battle here. CatZ sending more lings, but IdrA actually taking full advantage of his micromanagement skills and that North American server latency, just showing how good he is. 6 lings just killed off something like 8 lings, and now that this queen is out, CatZ should be in good shape, but very good play there by IdrA, just using a few lings to wear down CatZ this early in the game. These lings do cost larva, ladies and gentlemen, but IdrA does have his speed complete now, so he's just going to back off, wait for more reinforcements. Here we see another little stream of lings. If CatZ can manage to hold off these lings long enough, IdrA's just now getting his natural hatchery up, so CatZ will have the larva advantage and possibly an income advantage. Let's go ahead and look at the harvester count right now. CatZ is ahead by 2 drones, so if he can just stay alive, keep this queen alive, he'll be in great position going into the early game, I should call it. But IdrA just dispelled all that as he just surrounded that queen and killed it off. There is still 1 queen alive here for CatZ. He's going to run it back into the drone line, pull all his drones to try and finish off these lings, but they just attack so fast and they run around so fast. IdrA's killing off a lot of units here from CatZ, and IdrA will just continue to run around and be a pest. I don't see any more reinforcements coming now, though. We can see IdrA in the production tab is just now building a bunch of drones. Now that his natural hatchery is complete, he's trying to catch up, and CatZ finally, after losing that last queen, unfortunately, is going to finally get IdrA out of his base. So CatZ lost a couple of drones, a lot of lings, 2 queens, perhaps being the most important asset there for CatZ at this point in the game. Baneling Nest is coming up for each player. CatZ actually doing a counterattack now that his speed is finished as well, and he just finished off all those units from IdrA. He believes IdrA is low on actual fighting units. He might actually score a queen kill of his own. Yes, he gets that full surround with these speedlings, and the queen is going to go down. So CatZ striking back for a little bit of vengeance. IdrA losing a lot of lings here, having to pull drones of his own, but look at this ling count still from CatZ looking quite good. Might be able to actually kill off more drones than IdrA did when he was in his base. Not sure why CatZ just pulled back all his lings back to the middle of the base. Oh, it's because his Baneling Nest is actually completed. He's trying to moor some Banelings here so he can get ahead of IdrA. IdrA does have a Baneling Nest of his own, though, and he's just cranking out Speedlings. Now he's starting to moor some Banelings of his own, so we are going to see Speedlings and Banelings only at this point in the game. No Roach Warren up for either player. It's totally down to micro at this point. Lucky Baneling splashes could change the entire tide of this game. We'll see what happens here. Both players with their Speedlings trying to do as much micro as they can. We see Banelings crashing into Banelings. It looks like IdrA got the favorable exchange there. CatZ still has more Speedlings alive, but he cannot attack those Banelings. Just can only really kill Speedlings with Speedlings. He has to avoid the Banelings like the plague. So now we see 4 Banelings still alive for IdrA. He's not going to want to kill that Speedling with just Banelings, so he waits for them to catch up. Great move there, keeping those Banelings alive and intact, using the Speedlings to clean up the rest of the Speedlings from CatZ. Now he's morphing 2 more Banelings here, trying to keep an eye on these Banelings from IdrA because they actually probably will decide the game here. Both players on such low econ right now. Speedlings trying to bite into those juicy Banelings, but of course when they blow up they do kill all the lings around them, and CatZ realizing he did not get a single favorable exchange there in those Baneling wars. GG's. And Evil Genius's IdrA will now even the score in this Root Gaming versus Evil Genius's Clan War. Now it's up to Root Gaming to put up their next player to play against EG IdrA. Kind of a daunting task. You don't know who you really want to play against IdrA. Probably none of your players are really willing to take the heat against him. He is basically the best American player that we've seen in StarCraft 2. So now let's go into this third game and see who Root Gaming will put up against this Zerg monster, EG IdrA.